Well, it finally arrived. I ordered these months ago. And what it is, it's a leather sheath kit from Tandy. So, I've never used this kit before. Let's get started. This is not going to be my first sheath. This was supposed to be my first sheath, but if you've been following me at all, I actually made these since then. I made these a while ago. It's still winter here, so, and it's nasty outside. So this came in, and I had a little extra time, so I decided to make a video on this kit. This is a Tandy knife sheath kit. In theory, everything is in here to make a knife sheath. However, it is missing a couple of things. One, there's one rivet that you have to set, so you're going to need a rivet punch. Because I was doing other sheaths, I just went ahead and ordered a little kit that had everything in it, and it's got the little anvil, and it's got the domed punch that you hit it with. Anyway, so I've got the hammer. So it doesn't come with that. If you want to do any dyeing, it doesn't come with dyes. If you want to do any tooling, I'm not going to do any tooling. It doesn't come with tooling. So anyway, with all that said, let's get started. I'm just going to open it up and see how far I get before I have to get up and either go get tools or supplies or something. Anyway, let's see how far we get. Well, the supplies the instructions are 3 different languages, which is a good thing, and they're actually readable. I've been getting some stuff in lately that the instructions were just, not from Tandy or anything like that, just other stuff that I do, that were just absolutely useless. Step 1, align the hole in the center of the safety strap with the hole located between the belt slits on the back piece and fastened with rivet as shown. So it's got this is the back piece, this is the front piece, shiny side up according to the instructions, so it'll go like that, and then this guy will go like, no, that's not right, it'll go like this, and then it'll fold around and snap. So we got to set that rivet. It's in this little kit here. And let's see. So there's the rivet, and here is the needle and thread, or the needle and whatever that stuff's called. Well, it's called thread. Anyway. So let's go ahead and get this guy set. The rivets, there's basically 2 pieces. There's the back piece, which is the long pointy one. So it goes on here, and then you stack up your leather. And then here's the top, it's just a cap. And basically you just smash the 2 together. Get it lined up. Now the cap here has like a shoulder on it, so make sure you get that down into that first piece. Then I've got a little anvil here, massive anvil, and I've got this piece. Now this is concave, so it won't flatten this guy here out too bad. So the question is, how far do you drive it in? until it's not wiggling too much. Tight, but not too tight. So that's done. So we've done that. Step one's done. Step two, align the lacing holes on the front piece with the holes on the back piece, shiny side, smooth side up. So basically, there you go. We're done with step two. Step three. This is going to take a few minutes. Here's the needle. Now, this is a single needle method as opposed to using two needles. The two needles, you keep it tight with two needles because you can pull it like this and get it tight. With this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and then up here, and then I have to go back and fill it in. Either way works. The other way, as you're going, you can just get it so much tighter. Now, one thing you're going to notice is the holes don't light up. On the front piece, they're wider, and what that is to allow over time for this top piece here to stretch for your knife. And once we get it all completed, I'll show you that process. The thread. Now, funny thing, when I was in first grade, they taught us how to sew, but apparently they don't do that anymore. So, and with lacing up leather, sewing up leather here, I'll just continue to call it sewing. This is wax. There's a lot of wax on it. Now, when you sew, you would just take your needle, you put it on, you take the two ends together, stretch it out, put the two ends together and tie a knot. You don't have to when you're doing this type of leather work. You got to get it started, and with the thickness of the lacing and the wax and everything, it's kind of tough to get it in there, get it started. But all you have to do, pull it over about 4 inches or so like this, and you see the wax. See how that wax is building up right there? And then you just pull it back like that, and you're done. And now you're gonna stitch. Now, there are other videos out there that will do a much better job of showing you how to stitch, but I'm only gonna show you the first few minutes and the last few minutes. You put the two together, you line them up, and you pull them through. Now, that first hole, you're gonna wanna leave, 4 to 6 inches hanging off the back. And then you just hold that. And you literally just sew it up. And you gotta keep pulling it tight. Now, what's gonna happen is you're gonna do this side, and the holes on the other side aren't gonna light up. And if you don't pull it tight, this top piece is just gonna move around on you. So. There we go. The holes are plenty big enough. This is just not something I do every day. And you pull it tight, and you just keep going. There you go. Once you get in the groove of things, it'll go pretty quick. Okay, and I'll bring you back when I get further along here. I've just about completed the first pass here, but I wanted to bring you back here and show you when you go to do this, because this top piece is bigger, you have to squeeze it together like this to get the holes to line up, which is fine. You want that extra material there so your knife will actually fit in it. Other things I noted while doing this, you're not going to have a welt in here. There's a couple of things. You're not going to have a welt in here, so you have to be careful that your knife blade doesn't cut through the stitching. And because you're not gluing it, this top piece here, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show it, but this top piece here is actually gonna move back and forth. But once you get a knife in there, it'll draw it up, and these edges will reline up. Normally there'd be a welt in here, and you'd glue it before you even started stitching it. So I thought about, while I was doing it, taking a knife and cutting this off. That wouldn't work, because once you put a knife in, it'll pull it back, and then it'll be short on this side. So anyway, you do your first stitching up to here and through, and pull it tight. And then now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna do dot to dot and basically go back around, and where you'll be is you're gonna fill in these gaps here, so it'll be a continuous stitch all the way around. It's called a double running stitch. I'm no expert on it, so it's not like I'm trying to, oh, I know what that is. It says it right there. So, and this has been kind of a thing with all this extra long stitching material. It keeps getting caught up on this guy here. But anyway, round and around, and well, I'll do a couple, and then I'll bring you back when I get close to the end there. So anyway, you can see where I'm headed. See, now that's gonna fill all that in. Now, I was talking earlier about how you don't have to pull this through and tie a knot on. Pulling it through, the waxing, it all just sticks together, so your needle doesn't just fly off the thread. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a few. Look, just about got this guy wrapped up. It's coming out better than I thought, you know? I didn't know what to expect, actually, but I didn't know. But I'm actually pretty happy with this. And the only thing you really need, unless you want to make it all pretty and everything, is that punch. And like I said, I'll put that kit number down. And they're both Tandy items. I'm not sponsored by Tandy. Nobody sponsors me. It's just, you know, where I went to buy this stuff. Let's see how close we are here. We're just about done. And I think we're done. And then all I'm gonna do back here, pull it tight, cut this guy a little off, shorter to make it workable. That's done. I'm gonna put a little knot back here. Not real good on how to, I'm not really good at making how-to videos, so I'm sure my camera angles and everything are wrong. Anyway, because they're waxed, smash them down, cut the tag ends off. Little fishing line over there. Grab your lighter and just melt all that wax together there, and you are good to go. Now, it's not bad. I've got a knife here. This is a knife I made and a sheath I made just from scratch. And it's all wet formed, and there's a video on that somewhere, I think. Anyway, so that knife fits in there. Let's see if this closes up around it. I was worried that this might be a little thick. Let's see what we got here. Well, that's a new snap, so it's tight, which is good, unless you're in a hurry. There we go, got it. And there you go. That is the Tandy knife sheath kit, actually holding a knife. Overall, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. If I had to knock out a bunch of sheaths to fit this type of knife, I would consider buying this kit just because it's so much faster. I mean, I literally did this in 20 minutes, 25 minutes. What I would do is I would add a welt in here. Then you'd have to repunch all the holes. I'd re-drill them. And then glue it. Then glue the whole thing in. And I would add a little water to this front here to give it a little bit of definition. But overall, I'm very happy with it. I'm gonna dye it. So I'm gonna dye it, bring you back, and then show you the finished dyed version. Okay? Be right back. I wasn't prepared mentally and setup-wise to dye this, but just on a whim, last-minute decision, I'm gonna do it. The issues are gonna be, I can't get deep down in here and here, so I'm gonna kind of do that and turn this around. And I'm not gonna do the back sides. And am I gonna do the insides? No, I'm not gonna do the inside. So, and I don't even have gloves, but it's too cold to go out in my shop and get gloves. So this is Saddle Tan dye, and again, the company I get it from. I bought all this at Tandy. So. I found a couple coats, don't really worry about it, because the second or third coat you'll go through, and if there's any uneven spots, you can pick it up on the next coat. When I first started doing this, I was just using acid brushes to apply the dye, and it got the job done, but these little dauber things, they work so much better, and they're not expensive. And I'll put a description. I'll put down in the description the dauber and the ink too, so, or the dye. So now I'm just trying to remember everything I have to put in the description. I put the Tandy kit, the sheath kit, the set kit, the dye, and the daubers. And I by no means am very artistic, so there you go. Let's see how this looks. A little bit more here. And this will soak in and it'll become more homogeneous. If you put enough on. If you don't put enough on, it'll get zebra striped and it won't look quite right. So if you're worried about putting too much on in the color, get a lighter color and then just put it on. The leather will just suck it up. More. I thought about burnishing the edges, but I don't think I'm going to. I might. I don't know. And there you go, it's dyed. I'll have a final picture up here after it's all, after everything's said and done. And then I'll hit it with a conditioner and, you know, just all the basic steps that you would do. There you go, dyed.